Botanical. Noun. Something derived from a botanical, especially herbal, source. Adjective. Of or pertaining to botany. Relating to the study of plants. Sponge. Noun. Any of various marine invertebrates, mostly of the phylum Porifera, that have a porous skeleton, often of silica. Verb. To take advantage of the kindness of others. Auto. Noun. An automobile. Verb. To travel by automobile. Adjective. Capable of operating without external control or intervention. Rubbish. Noun. Refuse. Waste. Garbage. Junk. Trash. Verb. To criticize. To denigrate. To denounce. To disparage. Adjective. Exceedingly bad. Awful. Interjection. Used to express that something is exceedingly bad, awful, or terrible. Gel. Noun. A semi-solid to almost solid colloid of a solid and a liquid, such as jelly, cheese or opal. Verb. To apply. Cosmetic. Gel to the hair, etc. Collaborate. Verb. To work together with others to achieve a common goal. Declaration. Noun. A written or oral indication of a fact, opinion, or belief. Spends. Noun. Amount of money spent, during a period, expenditure. Verb. To pay out, money. Slip. Noun. A thin, slippery mix of clay and water. Charm. Noun. An object, act or words believed to have magic power. Usually carries a positive connotation. Verb. To seduce, persuade or fascinate someone or something. Power. Noun. Ability to do or undergo something. Verb. To provide power for a mechanical or electronic device. Adjective. Impressive. Quietly. Adverb. In a quiet manner. Confused. Verb. To puzzle, perplex, baffle, bewilder somebody. Adjective. Of a person, unable to think clearly or understand. Maintained. Verb. To support someone, to back up or assist someone in an action. Adjective. Showing maintenance or attention. Pilates. Noun. A physical fitness system developed in the early 20th century by Joseph Pilates. Filmmaker. Noun. A producer or director of films, movies. Get off. Verb. To move from being on top of something to not being on top of it. Finish. Noun. An end, the end of anything. Verb. To complete something. Instructions. Noun. The act of instructing, teaching, or furnishing with information or knowledge. Fugitive. Noun. A person who flees or escapes and travels secretly from place to place, and sometimes using disguises and aliases to conceal his, her identity, as to avoid law authorities in order to avoid an arrest or prosecution, or to avoid some other unwanted situation. Adjective. Fleeing or running away. Principles. Noun. A fundamental assumption or guiding belief. Verb. To equip with principles. To establish or fix in certain principles. To impress with any tenet or rule of conduct. Duck. Verb. To quickly lower the head or body in order to prevent it from being struck by something. Pliers. Noun. A pincer-like gripping tool that multiplies the strength of the user's hand. Often used for bending things. Sat. Verb. Of a person. To be in a position in which the upper body is upright and supported by the buttocks. Inspiration. Noun. The drawing of air into the lungs. Accomplished in mammals by elevation of the chest walls and flattening of the diaphragm. As part of the act of respiration. Cellars. Noun. An enclosed underground space, often under a building, used for storage or shelter. Noun. Salt cellar. Noun. Someone who sells. A vendor. A clerk. I. Noun. The name of the Latin script letter I. Fixes. Noun. A repair or corrective action. Verb. To pierce. now generally replaced by transfix. Station. Noun, a stopping place. Verb, usually passive, to put in place to perform a task. Claims. Noun, a demand of ownership made for something. Verb, to demand ownership of. Bee. Noun, a flying insect. Of the clade Anthophila within the Hymenopteran superfamily Apoidea. Absence. Noun, a state of being away or withdrawn from a place or from companionship. The period of being away. Midday. Noun, noon, 12 o'clock during the day. Leaders. Noun, any person that leads or directs. Redefining. Verb, to define again or differently. Artisan. Noun, a skilled manual worker who uses tools and machinery in a particular craft. Adjective. Artisanal. Observer. Noun, one who makes observations, monitors or takes notice. Gender. Noun, class. Kind. Verb, to assign a gender to a person. To perceive as having a gender. To address using terms. Pronouns. Nouns. Adjectives that express a certain gender. Noun, sound uttered by the mouth, especially by human beings in speech or song. Sound thus uttered considered as possessing some special quality or character. Eliminate. Verb, to completely remove, get rid of, put an end to. Rotary. Noun, a traffic circle. Adjective, capable of rotation. Curious. Adjective, tending to ask questions, or to want to explore or investigate. Inquisitive, with a negative connotation. Nosy, prying. Smith. Noun, a craftsperson who works metal into desired forms using a hammer and other tools, sometimes heating the metal to make it more workable, especially a blacksmith. Portrait. Noun, a painting or other picture of a person, especially the head and shoulders. Verb, to portray, to draw. Adjective, representing the actual features of an individual, not ideal. Partying. Verb, to celebrate at a party, to have fun, to enjoy oneself. Jeans. Noun, denim. Noun, a pair of trousers made from denim cotton. Deposit. Noun, sediment or rock that is not native to its present location or is different from the surrounding material, sometimes refers to ore or gems. Verb, to lay down, to place, to put. Closures. Noun, an event or occurrence that signifies an ending. Discomfort. Noun, mental or bodily distress. Verb, to cause annoyance or distress to. Shortest. Adjective, having a small distance from one end or edge to another, either horizontally or vertically. Cloudy. Adjective, covered with or characterized by clouds, overcast. Creme. Noun, a very sugary, fluffy white cream derivative. Prosecution. Noun, the act of prosecuting a scheme or endeavor. Odds. Noun, diminutive, an odd number. Noun, the ratio of the probability of an event happening to that of it not happening. Reallocate. Verb, to allocate, a resource, to another person or purpose. Combines. Noun, a combine harvester. Verb, to bring two or more things or activities together. To unite. Bend. Noun, a curve. Verb, to cause something to change its shape into a curve by physical force, chemical action, or any other means. Prepares. Verb, to make ready for a specific future purpose, to set up, to assemble or equip. Beginners. Noun, someone who is just starting at something, or has only recently started. Generalization. Noun, the formulation of general concepts from specific instances by abstracting common properties. Google. Verb, to deliver googlies. Dream. Noun, imaginary events seen in the mind while sleeping. Verb, to see imaginary events in one's mind while sleeping. Adjective, ideal, perfect. Pulling. Verb. To apply a force to an object, so that it comes toward the person or thing applying the force. Film. Noun. A thin layer of some substance. A pellicle. A membranous covering, causing opacity. Verb. To record activity or a motion picture on photographic film. Acceptance. Noun. The act of accepting, a receiving of something offered, with acquiescence, approbation, or satisfaction, especially favorable reception, approval. Noun. A conserved property of the light in an optical system which characterizes how spread out the light is in terms of angle and area. It is the product of its cross-sectional area, normal to the direction of propagation, and the solid angle it subtends. Relationship. Noun. Connection or association, the condition of being related. Descriptive. Noun. Grammar. An adjective, or other descriptive word, adjective, of, relating to, or providing a description. Active. Noun. A person or thing that is acting or capable of acting. Adjective. Having the power or quality of acting. Causing change. Communicating action or motion. Acting. Opposed to passive. That receives. Shortcuts. Noun. A path between 2 points that is faster than the commonly used paths. Verb. To take or use a shortcut. Pen. Noun. An enclosure. Enclosed area. Used to contain domesticated animals, especially sheep or cattle. Flirt. Noun. A sudden jerk. A quick throw or cast. A darting motion. Verb. To throw something with a jerk or sudden movement. To fling. Adjective. Pert. Wanton. Diagrams. Noun. A plan. Drawing. Sketch or outline to show how something works, or show the relationships between the parts of a whole. Verb. To represent or indicate something using a diagram. Chairman. Noun. A person presiding over a meeting. Verb. To serve as chairman. Primitive. Noun. An original or primary word. A word not derived from another, as opposed to derivative. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the beginning or origin, or to early times. Original. Primordial. Primeval. First. Advise. Verb. To give advice to offer an opinion to, as worthy or expedient to be followed. Aside. Noun. An incidental remark made quietly so as to be heard by the person to whom it is said and not by any others in the vicinity. Adverb. To or on one side so as to be out of the way. Challenge. Noun. A confrontation. A dare. Verb. To invite someone to take part in a competition. Collective. Noun. A farm owned by a collection of people. Adjective. Formed by gathering or collecting. Gathered into a mass. Constants. Noun. That which is permanent or invariable. Duck. Verb. To quickly lower the head or body in order to prevent it from being struck by something. Scuba. Noun. Underwater diving. An apparatus carried by a diver, which includes a tank holding compressed, filtered air and a regulator which delivers the air to the diver at ambient pressure which can be used underwater. Verb. To perform scuba diving. Eliminate. Verb. To completely remove, get rid of, put an end to. Fill. Verb. To occupy fully, to take up all of. Poet. Noun. A person who writes poems. Imagination. Noun. The image-making power of the mind. The act of mentally creating or reproducing an object not previously perceived. The ability to create such images. Chef. Noun. The presiding cook in the kitchen of a large household. Verb. To work as a chef. To prepare and cook food professionally. Empire. Adjective. Furniture. Following or imitating a style popular during the First French Empire. 1804 to 1814. Noun. A political unit. typically having an extensive territory or comprising a number of territories or nations, especially one comprising one or more kingdoms, and ruled by a single supreme authority. Producing. Verb, to yield, make or manufacture, to generate. Quantum. Noun, the total amount of something. Quantity. Adjective, of a change, sudden or discrete, without intermediate stages. Indices. Noun, an alphabetical listing of items and their location. Church. Noun, a Christian house of worship, a building where Christian religious services take place. Verb, to conduct a religious service for a woman after childbirth, or a newly married couple. Impressions. Noun, the indentation or depression made by the pressure of one object on or into another. Verb, to manipulate a blank key within a lock so as to mark it with impressions of the shape of the lock, which facilitates creation of a duplicate key. Behavior. Noun, the way a living creature behaves or acts. Crying. Verb, to shed tears. To weep. Noun, the act of one who cries. A weeping or shouting. Adjective, that cries. Gardens. Noun, an outdoor area containing one or more types of plants, usually plants grown for food or ornamental purposes. Verb, to grow plants in a garden. To create or maintain a garden. Associated. Verb, to join in or form a league, union, or association. Adjective, of a person or thing, connected with something or another person. Apply. Verb, to lay or place, to put one thing to another. Offer. Noun, a proposal that has been made. Newton. Noun, in the international system of units, the derived unit of force. The force required to accelerate a mass of 1 kilogram by 1 meter per second per second. Symbol. N. Failures. Noun, state or condition of not meeting a desirable or intended objective, opposite of success. Guess. Verb, to reach a partly, or totally, unqualified conclusion. Coins. Noun, money. A piece of currency, usually metallic and in the shape of a disc, but sometimes polygonal, or with a hole in the middle. Verb, to make of a definite fineness, and convert into coins, as a mass of metal. Happy. Noun, a happy event, thing, person, etc. Noun, preceded by the happy people as a group. Verb, often followed by up, to become happy. To brighten up. To cheer up. Adjective, having a feeling arising from a consciousness of well-being or of enjoyment. Enjoying good of any kind, such as comfort, peace, or tranquility. Blissful. Contented. Joyous. Pieces. Noun, a part of a larger whole, usually in such a form that it is able to be separated from other parts. Verb, usually with together. To assemble. Something real or figurative. Nested. Verb, of animals, to build or settle into a nest. Adjective, embedded. Headache. Noun, a pain or ache in the head. Broken. Verb, to separate into two or more pieces. To fracture or crack, by a process that cannot easily be reversed for reassembly. Adjective, fragmented. In separate pieces. Have. Noun, a wealthy or privileged person. Verb, to possess, own. Prescribe. Verb, to order. A drug or medical device. For use by a particular patient. Under licensed authority. Heaven. Noun, the sky. Specifically. Verb, to transport to the abode of God. The gods. Or the blessed. National. Noun, a subject of a nation. Adjective, of or having to do with a nation. Mat. Noun, coppersmith. An alloy of copper, tin, iron, etc. White metal. Adjective, dull. Not reflective of light. Learn. Noun, the act of learning something. Verb, to acquire. Or attempt to acquire knowledge or an ability to do something. Influential. Noun, a person who has influence. Adjective, having or exerting influence. Elderly. Noun, an elderly person. Adjective, old, having lived for relatively many years. Deeply. Adverb, at depth, in a deep way. Special. Noun, a reduction in consumer cost, usually for a limited time, for items or services rendered. Verb, nursing, to supervise a patient one-on-one. Adjective, distinguished by a unique or unusual quality. Rivalry. Noun, an ongoing relationship between, usually two, rivals who compete for superiority. Road. Noun, a way used for traveling between places. Originally one wide enough to allow foot passengers and horses to travel. Now, U.S. Usually one surfaced with asphalt or concrete and designed to accommodate many vehicles traveling in both directions. In the UK both senses are heard. A country road is the same as a country lane. Adjective, at the venue of the opposing team or competitor. On the road. Mobile. Noun, a kinetic sculpture or decorative arrangement made of items hanging so that they can move independently from each other. Adjective, capable of being moved, especially on wheels. Noun, a portable telephone that connects with the telephone network over radio wave transmission. Settings. Noun, the time, place and circumstance in which something, such as a story or picture, is set. Context. Scenario. Sneezing. Verb, to expel air as a reflex induced by an irritation in the nose. Noun, the act of producing a sneeze. Launch. Noun, the movement of a vessel from land into the water, especially the sliding on ways from the stocks on which it is built. Compare. To splash a ship. Verb, to throw a projectile such as a lance, dart or ball. To hurl, to propel with force. Course. Noun, a sequence of events. Verb, to run or flow, especially of liquids and more particularly blood. Anyway. Adverb, regardless, anyhow. Passports. Noun, an official document normally used for international journeys, which proves the identity and nationality of the person for whom it was issued. Stakeholders. Noun, a person holding the stakes of bettors, with the responsibility of delivering the pot to the winner of the bet. Chefs. Noun, the presiding cook in the kitchen of a large household. 19th. Noun, the person or thing in the 19th position. Adjective, the ordinal form of the number 19. Backpack. Noun, a knapsack, sometimes mounted on a light frame, but always supported by straps, worn on a person's back for the purpose of carrying things, especially when hiking, or on a student's back when carrying books. Verb, to hike and camp overnight in backcountry with one's gear carried in a backpack. Appendices. Noun, something attached to something else, an attachment or accompaniment. Incense. Noun, a perfume used in the rites of various religions. Verb, to anger or infuriate. Cling. Noun, fruit, especially peach, whose flesh adheres strongly to the pit. Verb, to hold very tightly, as to not fall off. Shocked. Verb, to cause to be emotionally shocked. To cause someone to feel surprised and upset. Verb, to collect, or make up, into a shock or shocks. To stook. Adjective, surprised, startled, confused, or taken aback. Humbling. Verb, to defeat or reduce the power, independence, or pride of. Noun, an event which causes humbleness. A set down. Adjective, of higher rank, status, quality, strength, etc., inducing a feeling of inferiority. Verb, of an animal, to remove the horns. To poll. Potential. Noun, currently unrealized ability, with the most common adposition being to. Adjective, existing in possibility. not in actuality. Dim. Noun. Dimness. Verb. To make something less bright. Adjective. Not bright or colorful. Adjective. Lessened. Reduced. Purposes. Noun. An objective to be reached. A target. An aim. A goal. Verb. To have set as one's purpose. Resolve to accomplish. Intend. Plan. Immutable. Noun. Something that cannot be changed. Adjective. Unable to be changed without exception. Reformatting. Verb. To format anew or again. Generally erasing a previous format. Noun. The act by which something is reformatted. Patient. Noun. A person or animal who receives treatment from a doctor or other medically educated person. Adjective. Of a person. Willing to wait if necessary. Not losing one's temper while waiting. Interrupted. Verb. To disturb or halt. An ongoing process or action. Or the person performing it. By interfering suddenly. Ended. Verb. To come to an end. Adjective. In combination. Having. A specified kind or number of. Ends. Causing. Verb. To set off an event or action. Directorate. Noun. An agency headed by a director, usually a subdivision of a major government department. Get. Noun. Offspring. Verb. Detransitive. To obtain. To acquire. Countless. Adjective. Too many to count. Innumerable or incalculable. Researcher. Noun. One who researches. Recurring. Verb. To have recourse. To. Someone or something for assistance. Support, etc. Noun. A recurrence. A coming round again. Adjective. Happening or occurring frequently. With repetition. Hired. Verb. To obtain the services of in return for fixed payment. Shaped. Verb. To create or make. Adjective. Having been given a shape. Especially a curved shape. Many. Noun. A multitude. A great aggregate. A mass of people. The generality. The common herd. Adjective. A large number of. Numerous. Pronoun. An indefinite large number of people or things. Overlay. Noun. A piece of paper pasted upon the tympan sheet to improve the impression by making it stronger at a particular place. Verb. To lay, spread, or apply something over or across. Cover. Intuitive. Noun. One who has, especially parapsychological, intuition. Adjective. Spontaneous. Without requiring conscious thought. Clerk. Noun. One who occupationally works with records, accounts, letters, etc. An office worker. Verb. To act as a clerk. To perform the duties or functions of a clerk. Hash. Noun. Food. Especially meat and potatoes. Chopped and mixed together. Verb. To chop into small pieces. To make into a hash. Discount. Noun. A reduction in price. Verb. To deduct from an account. Debt. Charge. And the like. Adjective. Of a store. Specializing in selling goods at reduced prices. Council. Noun. A committee that leads or governs, e.g. city council, student council. Geo. Noun. Caithness. An inlet, gully or cleft in the face of a cliff. Sky. Noun. The atmosphere above a given point, especially as visible from the ground during the day. Verb. To hit, kick or throw, a ball, extremely high. Noun. A vibrant light blue color, like that of the sky on a fine day. Gorgeous. Adjective. Of a person or place, very beautiful. Pancakes. Noun. A thin batter cake fried in a pan or on a griddle in oil or butter. Key. Noun. An object designed to open and close a lock. Verb. To fit, a lock, with a key. Adjective. Indispensable. Supremely important. Mutable. Noun. Something mutable. A variable or value that can change. Adjective. Changeable. Dynamic. Evolutive. Inclined to change. evolve, mutate, softly. Adverb, in a soft manner, gently. Haircut, noun, the act of cutting of the hair, often done professionally by a barber, hairstylist, or beautician. Networking, verb, to interact socially for the purpose of getting connections or personal advancement. Noun, the use of computer networks. Increase, noun, an amount by which a quantity is increased. Verb, of a quantity, etc., to become larger or greater. Shy, noun, an act of throwing. Verb, to avoid due to timidness or caution. Adjective, easily frightened, timid. Civilian, noun, a person following the pursuits of civil life, especially one who is not an active member of the armed forces. Adjective, not related to the military, police or other professions. Clasp, noun, a fastener or holder, particularly one that clasps. Verb, to take hold of, to grasp, to grab tightly. Findings, noun, a result of research or an investigation. Noun, small tools and materials used by artisans and craftsmen. Nan, noun, a mother of someone's parent. Noun, a girl or an unmarried young woman. Maiden, noun, an effeminate man, especially a homosexual. Noun, a woman or girl employed to care for children. Implemented, verb, to bring about, to put into practice. Separated, verb, to divide a thing into separate parts. Adjective, detached, not connected or joined. Two or more things stand apart. Getting, verb, detransitive, to obtain, to acquire. Noun, the act of obtaining or acquiring. Acquisition, adverb, before noon. Decrease, noun, an amount by which a quantity is decreased. Verb, of a quantity, to become smaller. Sea, noun, a large body of salt water. Comprehension, noun, thorough understanding. Basis, noun, a physical base or foundation. Canteen, noun, a small cafeteria or snack bar, especially one in a military establishment. School, or place of work. Film, noun, a thin layer of some substance. A pellicle, a membranous covering, causing opacity. Verb, to record, activity, or a motion picture. On photographic film. Mover, noun, someone who or something that moves. Pyramid, noun, an ancient massive construction with a square or rectangular base and four triangular sides meeting in an apex, such as those built as tombs in Egypt or as bases for temples in Mesoamerica. Verb, to build up or be arranged in the form of a pyramid. Dollars, noun, official designation for currency in some parts of the world, including Canada, the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Hong Kong, and elsewhere. Its symbol is dollar. Develop, verb, to change with a specific direction, progress. Fishing, noun, the act of catching fish. Academic, noun, usually capitalized, a follower of Plato, a Platonist. Adjective, belonging to the school or philosophy of Plato. Bin, noun, a flying insect, of the clade Anthophila within the Hymenopteran superfamily Apoidea, known for its organized societies, though only a minority have them, for collecting pollen and, in some species, producing wax and honey. Lobbyist, noun, a person who is paid to lobby politicians and encourage them to vote a certain way or otherwise use their office to effect a desired result. Overall, noun, a garment worn over other clothing to protect it. A coverall or boiler suit. A garment, for manual labor or for casual wear, often made of a single piece of fabric, with long legs and a bib upper, supported from the shoulders with straps, and having several large pockets and loops for carrying tools. Adjective, all-encompassing, all around. Adverb, generally, with everything considered. Soup. Noun. Any of various dishes commonly made by combining liquids, such as water or stock with other ingredients, such as meat and vegetables, that contribute flavor and texture. Verb. To feed. To provide with soup or a meal. Pause. Noun. A button whose functions are pausing and resuming something, such as a DVD player, a video game or a computer. Noun. A temporary stop or rest. An intermission of action, interruption, suspension, cessation. Verb. To take a temporary rest. Take a break for a short period after an effort. Mover. Noun. Someone who or something that moves. Appointment. Noun. The act of appointing a person to hold an office or to have a position of trust. Cognac. Noun. A brandy distilled from white wine in the region around Cognac in France. Breaker. Noun. Something that breaks. Noun. One who works in shipbreaking. Parsed. Verb. To resolve a sentence, etc., into its elements, pointing out the several parts of speech and their relation to each other by agreement or government. To analyze and describe grammatically. Composite. Noun. A mixture of different components. Verb. To make a composite. Adjective. Made up of multiple components. Compound or complex. Noun. A non-zero natural number that is expressible as the product of two or more natural numbers other than itself and one. Policies. Noun. A principle of behavior, conduct, etc., thought to be desirable or necessary, especially as formally expressed by a government or other authoritative body. Verb. To regulate by laws. To reduce to order. Noun. A contract of insurance. Latte. Noun. A drink of coffee made from espresso and steamed milk, generally topped with foam. Picnic. Noun. An informal social gathering, usually in a natural outdoor setting, to which the participants bring their own food and drink. Verb. To take part in a picnic. Patience. Noun. The quality of being patient. Criticize. Verb. To find fault with something. Ours. Pronoun. That which belongs to us. The possessive case of we, used without a following noun. Dashboard. Noun. A panel under the windscreen of a motor car or aircraft, containing indicator dials, compartments, and sometimes controls. Verb. To organize in a dashboard format. Flame. Noun. The visible part of fire. A stream of burning vapor or gas, emitting light and heat. Verb. To produce flames. To burn with a flame or blaze. Adjective. Of a brilliant reddish-orange gold color, like that of a flame. Mystery. Noun. Something secret or unexplainable, and unknown. Accountant. Noun. One who renders account. One accountable. Screen. Noun. A physical divider intended to block an area from view, or provide shelter from something dangerous. Verb. To filter by passing through a screen. Received. Verb. To take, as something that is offered, given, committed, sent, paid, etc. To accept. To be given something. Adjective. Generally accepted as correct or true. Component. Noun. A smaller, self-contained part of a larger entity. Often refers to a manufactured object that is part of a larger device. Adjective. Making up a larger whole. As a component word. Bodied. Adjective. In combination. Having a specified form of body. Verb. To give body or shape to something. Proudly. Adverb. In a proud manner. Occasionally. Adverb. On the occasion of something else happening. Incidentally, by the way. Exactly. Adverb. Manner. Without approximation. Precisely. Interjection. Signifies agreement or recognition. Opened. Verb. To make something accessible or allow for passage by moving from a shut position. Smile. Noun. A facial expression comprised by flexing the muscles of both ends of one's mouth, often showing the front teeth, without vocalization, and in humans is a common involuntary or voluntary expression of happiness, pleasure, amusement or anxiety. Verb. To have. A smile on one's face. Experts. Noun. A person with extensive knowledge or ability in a given subject. Bought. Verb. To obtain something in exchange for money or goods. Coding. Verb. To write software programs. Verb. Of a patient. To suffer a sudden medical emergency. A code blue, such as cardiac arrest. Noun. The process of encoding or decoding. Sneeze. Noun. An act of sneezing. Verb. To expel air as a reflex induced by an irritation in the nose. Patients. Noun. A person or animal who receives treatment from a doctor or other medically educated person. No. Noun. A negating expression. An answer that shows disagreement or disapproval. Adverb. Now only used with different, with comparatives more and less, and informally with certain other adjectives such as good and fun. Not at all. Preposition. Without. Action. Noun. Something done so as to accomplish a purpose. Verb. To act on a request, etc. In order to put it into effect. Interjection. Demanding or signifying the start of something. Usually an act or scene of a theatric performance. Cool. Noun. A moderate or refreshing state of cold. Moderate temperature of the air between hot and cold. Coolness. Adjective. Having a slightly low temperature. Mildly or pleasantly cold. Explorer. Noun. One who explores something. Geography. Noun. A description of the earth. A treatise or textbook on geography. An atlas or gazetteer. Horn. Noun. A hard growth of keratin that protrudes from the top of the head of certain animals. Usually paired. Verb. Of an animal. To assault with the horns. Operations. Noun. The method by which a device performs its function. Rich. Verb. To enrich. Adjective. Wealthy. Having a lot of money and possessions. Regulator. Noun. A device that controls or limits something. Load. Noun. A burden. A weight to be carried. Verb. To put a load on or in. A means of conveyance or a place of storage. Playbook. Noun. A book containing the text of a play or plays. Primary. Noun. A primary election. A preliminary election to select a political candidate of a political party. Verb. To challenge an incumbent sitting politician for their political party's endorsement to run for re-election through running a challenger campaign in a primary election, especially one that is more ideologically extreme. Adjective. First or earliest in a group or series. Reply. Noun. A written or spoken response. Part of a conversation. Verb. To give a written or spoken response. Especially to a question, request, accusation or criticism. To answer. Northerners. Noun. A native or inhabitant of the north of a region, or of the world as a whole, such as one of the northern United States, the north of Norway, etc. Epic. Noun. An extended narrative poem in elevated or dignified language, celebrating the feats of a deity, demigod. Heroic epic. Other legend or traditional hero. Adjective. Of, or relating to, an epic. Slip. Noun. A thin, slippery mix of clay and water. Science. Noun. A particular discipline or branch of learning, especially one dealing with measurable or systematic principles rather than intuition or natural ability. Verb. To cause to become versed in science. To make skilled. To instruct. Noun. The sport of boxing. Organized. Verb. To arrange in working order. Adjective. Of a person. Characterized by efficient organization. Preparing. Verb. To make ready for a specific future purpose. To set up. To assemble or equip. Noun. Preparation. Cabbage. Noun. An edible plant. Brassica oleracea var. Capitata. Having a head of green leaves. Verb. To form a head like that of the cabbage. Chooses. Verb. To pick. To make the choice of. To select. Figures. Noun. A drawing or diagram conveying information. Verb. To calculate. To solve a mathematical problem. Followed. Verb. To go after. To pursue. To move behind in the same path or direction. Honor. Noun. Recognition of importance or value. Respect. Veneration. Of someone. Usually for being morally upright or successful. Verb. To think of highly. To respect highly. To show respect for. To recognize the importance or spiritual value of. Makes. Noun. Brand or kind. Model. Verb. To create. Noun. Mate. A spouse or companion. A match. Noun. A halfpenny. Noun. An agricultural tool resembling a scythe. Used to cut. Harvest. Certain plants such as peas. Reeds. Or tares. Comment. Noun. A spoken or written remark. Verb. To remark. Saving. Verb. To prevent harm or difficulty. Noun. A reduction in cost or expenditure. Adjective. That saves someone from damnation. Redemptive. Preposition. With the exception of. Except. Save. Stairs. Noun. A single step in a staircase. Noun. A contiguous set of steps connecting two floors. Special. Noun. A reduction in consumer cost. Usually for a limited time. For items or services rendered. Verb. Nursing. To supervise a patient one-on-one. Adjective. Distinguished by a unique or unusual quality. Beautifully. Adverb. In a beautiful manner. Night watchman. Noun. Someone who guards a premises at night. Attitude. Noun. The position of the body or way of carrying oneself. Verb. To assume or to place in a particular position or orientation. To pose. Dependent. Noun. A person who depends on another for support. Particularly financial support. US dependent. Adjective. Relying upon. Depending upon. Persuade. Verb. To successfully convince. Someone. To agree to. Accept. Or do something. Usually through reasoning and verbal influence. Movement. Noun. Physical motion between points in space. Pictures. Noun. A representation of anything. As a person. A landscape. A building. Upon canvas. Paper. Or other surface. By drawing. Painting. Printing. Photography. Etc. Verb. To represent in or with a picture. Noun. Cinema. Movie theater. Milk. Noun. A white liquid produced by the mammary glands of female mammals to nourish their young. From certain animals, especially cows. It is also called dairy milk and is a common food for humans as a beverage or used to produce various dairy products such as butter, cheese, and yogurt. Clients. Noun. A customer, a buyer or receiver of goods or services. Anna. Noun. A unit of currency in former British India equal to 12 pies or 1/16 rupee. Intern. Noun. A person who is interned. Forcibly or voluntarily. Verb. To imprison somebody. Usually without trial. Adjective. Internal. Improve. Verb. To make something better. To increase the value or productivity of something. Assist. Noun. A helpful action or an act of giving. Verb. To help. Recreational. Adjective. For, or relating to, recreation. Decomposition. Noun. A biological process through which organic material is reduced to e.g. compost. Payday. Noun. The day of the week or month. Or the specific day on which an employee's wages or salary is paid. Signature. Noun. A person's name, written by that person, used as identification or to signify approval of accompanying material, such as a legal contract. Adjective. Distinctive. Characteristic. Indicative of identity. Present. Noun. The current moment or period of time. Adjective. Relating to now, for the time being. Current. Sixth. Noun. Not used in the plural. The person or thing in the sixth position. Verb. To divide by 6, which also means multiplying a denominator by 6. Adjective. The ordinal form of the number 6. Scanning. Verb. To examine sequentially, carefully, or critically. To scrutinize. To behold closely. Noun. The act of something being scanned. Boiling. Verb. Of liquids. To heat to the point where it begins to turn into a gas. Noun. The process of changing the state of a substance from liquid to gas by heating it to its boiling point. Adjective. That boils or boil. Adverb. Of adjectives associated with heat. Extremely. Poses. Noun. Common cold. Head cold. Catarrh. Noun. Position. Posture. Arrangement. Especially of the human body. Verb. To place in an attitude or fixed position. For the sake of effect. Verb. To ask someone questions. To interrogate. Completes. Noun. A completed survey. Verb. To finish. To make done. To reach the end. Advertiser. Noun. One who advertises. Exhibit. Noun. An instance of exhibiting. Verb. To display or show something for others to see, especially at an exhibition or contest. Grouping. Verb. To put together to form a group. Noun. A collection of things or people united as a group. Accounted. Verb. To provide explanation. Cape. Noun. A piece or point of land, extending beyond the adjacent coast into a sea or lake. A promontory. A headland. Programmatic. Adjective. Of, or relating to a step-by-step program, especially a computer program. Reduced. Verb. To bring down the size, quantity, quality, value or intensity of something. To diminish. To lower. Adjective. Made smaller or less, having undergone reduction. Binoculars. Noun. A handheld device consisting of a series of lenses and prisms, used to magnify objects so that they can be better seen from a distance, and looked at through both eyes. Enemy. Noun. Someone who is hostile to, feels hatred towards, opposes the interests of, or intends injury to someone else. Verb. To make an enemy of. Adjective. Of, relating to, or belonging to an enemy. Adventure. Noun. The encountering of risks. A bold undertaking, in which dangers are likely to be encountered, and the issue is staked upon unforeseen events. A daring feat. Road. Noun. A way used for traveling between places. Originally one wide enough to allow foot passengers and horses to travel. Now. U.S. Usually one surfaced with asphalt or concrete and designed to accommodate many vehicles traveling in both directions. In the UK both senses are heard. A country road is the same as a country lane. Adjective. At the venue of the opposing team or competitor. On the road. Right. Adjective. Straight, not bent. Exercise. Noun. Any activity designed to develop or hone a skill or ability. Verb. To exert for the sake of training or improvement. To practice in order to develop. Came. Preposition. Used to indicate that the following event, period, or change in state occurred in the past. After a time of waiting, enduring, or anticipation. Verb. To move from further away to nearer to. Verb. To have an orgasm. To feel the sensation of an orgasm. Senders. Noun. Someone who sends. Debate. Noun. An argument or discussion, usually in an ordered or formal setting. often with more than two people, generally ending with a vote or other decision. Verb. To participate in a debate. To dispute, argue, especially in a public arena. Chicken. Noun. A domestic fowl, gallus gallus, especially when young. Adjective. Cowardly. Persuade. Verb. To successfully convince someone. To agree to, accept, or do something, usually through reasoning and verbal influence. Ankle. Noun. The skeletal joint which connects the foot with the leg. The uppermost portion of the foot and lowermost portion of the leg, which contain this skeletal joint. Verb. To walk. Kidney. Noun. An organ in the body that filters the blood, producing urine. Proactive. Adjective. Acting in advance to deal with an expected change or difficulty. Centimeter. Noun. An SI unit of length equal to 10 to 2 meters. Symbol. cm. Morale. Noun. The capacity of people to maintain belief in an institution or a goal, or even in oneself and others. Accessories. Noun. Something that belongs to part of another main thing. Something additional and subordinate. An attachment. Friend. Noun. A person other than a family member. Spouse or lover whose company one enjoys and towards whom one feels affection. Verb. To act as a friend to. To befriend. To be friendly to. To help.